Put the logo back up there, please. I beg you, put the logo up. There we are. There we go. Yeah. You're just looking at the person in front of you. Guys, welcome to Fort Lee Studios, live from Fort Lee Studios with Frank Gigante again. We're having a little problem, but we're all right. And the beautiful Silvana Mastrolia. Look how gorgeous she is.
Oh, stop it.
What are you wearing tonight? Who's that? Plug your designer real quick.
Oh, stop it, stop it.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everybody.
So, Frank Gigante is Hoboken's own. He is a fantastic filmmaker, actor. He is the director of Breaking the Silence, anti-bullying film that is getting big attention around the state and the nation right now. Frank, tell us a little bit about Breaking the Silence.
We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys. Really honored to be here. I mean, two great people and three with my new Greek friend here. Is it Greg, is it? Yeah.
What's up?
And, no, really honored. And, with Chris, we go back a little bit. We met in Hoboken.
That's right. So, quick, how'd we meet? I was making Miami a bust, and then
I think my sister-in-law said,
Diana Matisich said, you got to talk to this guy.
Right.
And she hooked us up.
Yeah. I think it was Diana told Melissa, my sister-in-law.
Right.
And then Melissa said, hey, I met this guy. He's looking for locations, Chris DePiero. And I said, with a name like that, how can I go wrong? so we hooked up.
That's right.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, dude.
Right.
It was great. We're going to have a quick scene we're going to show later on of Miami Bust. Some
And then
of your
he
stuff.
also got the location for Dina's divorce dinner.
Yeah.
That's right.
He did that night, and that was a lot of fun.
With the pasta.
And the limo scene, too, right? Remember?
Yeah.
So
But I love the scene with you at the end with Tony and
Carmine.
That was Tony Patelis loves that. Loves that clip.
Great actor, Tony.
Yeah,
Patelis.
yeah.
Oh, he's so amazing.
He is. He's one of the
I
best,
like
man.
Tony. I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah.
So, tell us about Breaking the Silence. I know you've been working on it for a while. You got a lot of research you did on it, and it's just blowing up all over the place, Frank.
Well, thank you, Chris. I hope that's what the word is out there. I'm really trying to, because bullying, as you know, is a real serious problem today. I always say, back when we were growing up, there was bullying, but it was nothing like today, because you handled it. It was one kid, two kids, and every once in a while you would hear about that rare few kids gang up on you kind of thing. Today it's a whole nother level. It goes to social media, and you have someone that maybe dresses a certain way or looks a certain way, or is a little different, and people decide to make a joke about it. And what do? They take it online and snap pictures, and next thing you know, you don't have 3 or 4 kids, you have 300 kids, commenting and talking about the person.
Yeah, negatively in a bad way, and the whole world sees it. And for a young teenager just going through experiences for the first time,
it's very devastating.
And then you're getting all this public attention and something negative. I can't imagine. Going through something like that, I had an older brother, but it wasn't anything like that. So I know you had a great interview with the parents of.
Yes, I am very thankful to Joseph and Jane Clementi and the whole Tyler Clementi Foundation, because they've been great. They contributed their image and their thoughts and advice in this short docufiction. I'm happy to say that they will be in Hoboken at the Hoboken screening. So for me, that's very important.
Which is this Thursday?
This Thursday, May 11th at 7:30 p.m. at the Hoboken Historical Museum. We have a number of different guests that'll be there. We have Anna Mancini, a violinist, actor Artie Pasquale, that we know from The Sopranos.
Yes, we met Artie. Yeah. Artie. Great actor.
Yes.
Really great
actor. Great guy, too.
And humble, great guy. Yeah.
Very giving and just into the whole scene.
Yeah. Then we're gonna have actually a few victims of bullying. One girl that was in my film that was bullied for 8 years straight, and she'll be there. We also have a kid that's not in my film but is going through bullying right now, and some very, very serious situations, and him and his father will be there. to explain a little bit of the impact it has on parents as well.
You just saying that just got my interest of someone getting bullied right now. We're going to hear,
Yeah,
the
well,
kid
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
The kid, I'm not sure if he'll actually say much, but the father will.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to express, how it affects parents too, because you see your kids sort of closing up a little bit, not talking as much, and you try to figure out what's going on and try to help. And it's really tough. Again, everyone is different, so something may bounce off of me and not off of someone else. And,
Right.
The ultimate problem is suicide. Kids are really killing themselves at a young age. At an age of 10 is my youngest that I research, a 10-year-old girl. And when I saw the picture, I was like, come on, this really happened because of bullying. So we need to wake up as adults, as guardians, and try to look out for the kids out there. Try to be one step ahead, because like I always say at everything that I do today, technology. I include myself. Life is a little, just everyone's busy. Everyone's busy, and chores to do, job, work, because we have to pay the bills. So sometimes we as parents miss the signals that are out there, and we just think they're having a bad day, and hey, is everything all right? Yeah, and you brush it off. But meanwhile, that person is maybe going into the bathroom, into their room, and just the whole world is falling on top of them. And maybe they're trying to yell for help, and we're not seeing it. So I think we have to look into a little more individually. And again, there's certain kids that not only are they getting bullied, and then they have a stressful situation at home. Maybe living with one parent, maybe not having any parents, maybe a drug problem at home, or other financial problems. So there's so many reasons, and I was inspired to make this film and the project to follow, which would be called Broken Silence, because of a suicide, because of a 15-year-old girl out in California that, I was having dinner, the news came on, and I hear 15-year-old girl committed suicide because of bullying. And when I turned around to take a look at the TV, I saw this beautiful girl for a few seconds, and I say this all the time, you could call it spiritual, you could call it, whatever you like, but I got a strong vibe. Strong vibe, can't explain it, hard to describe, but I just felt something. And to me, the way I translated that is almost like, hey, you can hear me, do something about this. I know it sounds nuts.
Wow, it doesn't sound nuts. It
know.
sounds amazing. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's like a divine guidance.
Yes.
That's
And,
right, Savannah. That's right.
And this little project has been really going sort of by itself, and I connect that with that. So, but unfortunately, this girl is not here because of bullying. And the way I got the names for the films is the girl's mother said, I wish I'd known what my daughter was going through, because had I known, maybe she'd be around today.
Wow.
And,
It's so sad.
yeah, so that's when I come up, okay, the girl needed to speak up, break the silence, tell someone if it's not your parents, tell a guardian, a teacher. The other thing is schools are having a hard time. I don't blame the schools. Sometimes it's easier, well, the school's not doing nothing, or that. It's not like that. I think the problem is that no one really knows how to solve the problem. Schools are taking actions. There's a lot of laws in place, but there's really not a solution. So they're doing the best they can. It's hard, hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's ever going to be real solution. Maybe just more awareness, but I think that's a problem that's going to be around for a long time. I think it's been around for a long time. Since the beginning of time, there must have been bullying.
Sure.
But in nowadays and age, it's just a different type of bullying, too. It's not only physical, like you said. It's the Internet, and it's posting rumors and stuff.
Psychological.
Yeah. And, it's something that you can maybe hide, too, but just something that eats at you constantly.
Right. Exactly.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, you can't take anymore, and that's the problem. It's the buildup.
Right.
It's the okay, let me try another day, let me go another day, and then you resort to cutting yourself. Like Giovanna, that was in my film. Not realizing that your kid is being bullied by the same girl for 8 years. 8 years is a long time. And this girl used to eat lunch in the bathroom, alone, walk around in circles in the playground. So when I hear these stories, I'm like, oh my God, we're all human. We'll have feelings, and I can't imagine what this girl was going through. And, imagine that being your kid. So, it makes me think, it makes me want to help, through film, through small public service announcements. I'm shooting another one in July. I like my public service announcement to be a little strong, just to transmit the message. Yeah. And I'll share one with you a little later. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's give the information out again about this Thursday real quick.
And you have a poster. You mind holding it up today?
This is the actual film poster.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's the girl that's in your movie.
This is the actress that played the fictional part.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the casting.
Sure.
Yes.
And this is the movement. Broken
Beautiful.
Silence movement.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
And the movement is not just a film, it's the feature that I want to do about bullying. It's also the movement of getting more people together, because I have a bunch of projects lined up with bullying, from animation to children's book. Just try to come out strong and get as many people involved as possible in the movement. And that's why I went from Broken Silence film to the Broken Silence movement.
Right.
And the film will be part of the movement.
Yeah. I noticed you on the Wise Guy show with Freddie Tenor and Annette Seglet. Yeah, you got a good time, huh?
They spoke highly of you guys too.
Yeah, they're great people,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, look, they really embraced me and the concept. There was some great guests on the show as well.
Yeah.
And I thank them all, the whole group. They were awesome,
Yeah.
And Michael DeGennaro that brought me down there, so thanks, Michael. It was really cool. Thank you. Now I'm on the live from
Fort Lee.
Live from Fort Lee.
Look, beautiful Fort Lee. Look behind us, Greg. We
George
showed that.
Washington.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
We're real close to the George. I almost thought I was going to New York for a second, because I hadn't taken that highway there. What is it, 95, is it?
Yeah.
That brings you right in?
Right.
And I was like, up the level, lower level. I'm like, where am I going?
Oh, yeah, you got to watch.
One last exit.
Oh, that's a great exit, that little exit at last
You're
one.
lucky you didn't end up in New York. I've done that so many times.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, man, another, what is it, $18 now? What is it? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Like,
you're back on 181st Street copping, walking around. But, we got the beautiful Port Authority building right behind us. So,
Port Authority.
Yeah, you can almost see the bridge. But I want to talk about the casting, Frank.
Yes.
Tell me about these great young actors that you have in the movie. It must have been hard. I saw the movie. It was great. The acting was amazing. I loved, you got access to a school, and it just looks amazing. Talk about the actors a little, if you don't mind.
No, the actors, I thank all of them, everyone that took part of this from the actor standpoint, and then later I'll thank everyone else with the production. But, we have Kat Gelly, who played the victim of bullying in the fictional part of it, because the film is mostly interviews, but I do have some fictional scenes in there that I wanted to put in that we wrote up with the writer Kevin Shipp. I have a great, cool cast. Kat Gelly, Forrest Weber that played the bully, Shannon Spangler that also played a bully. I have, oh my God, I'm forgetting his last name, Mario. How can I forget Mario's last name?
Andretti.
Blanking out. No. He's the race car driver. Macaluso. Mario Macaluso. For a second, I was like, he played the father of the bullied victim. Laura Faye Lewis played the principal. Really a great cast. And then as far as the interviews go, sorry, I get jammed up once in a while with my thoughts. We have the New Jersey Association of Resource Officers, Greg Williams, the Clementis, of course, We also have Jonathan from the Hudson Pride in Hudson County. And, then we have the victims, Lynn Hazan, Giovanna Gagliardi. It's just great team.
A lot of Irish people, huh?
Yeah, there's a mix.
Has your sons? Were your sons in the film
Anthony,
at all?
Yeah,
Anthony?
he's in. He played the kid that tries to stop the bullies. But it's just, again, it's very small part.
Yeah,
and,
quick scenes.
yeah,
Moves
quick
along
scenes.
really well.
Thank you.
Cinematography looks great. I love how you slow down the stuff to, just to add tension and stuff. And you told me you got a new score.
Let me tell you, the music is unbelievable. First of all, we already had "Crying in the Rain" by Cicely Knight that added to the film. Now we have a composer from Italy, another Irish guy. His name is Manuele Carli Ballola, and he is a composer, and he did all the music for this project. And
Wow.
I cannot but tip my hat to him,
Yeah.
because it makes the film so much more better.
Yeah.
The intensity when you need it, the the happier. When you're talking about more positive things, I'm trying not to give away, so I'm watching what I say. But thanks to him, it really added a strong punch to the film. What's interesting about this cool short, again, we didn't go with spending the money on the quality as much as what they had to say, with the victims and the parents and everything else. But what's cool about every screening that I do is the film is only about 23 minutes.
Only about 23?
Yeah, 23 minutes. It's a short, and
That's a long short.
But the Q&As are always an hour to an hour and a half. So that's really cool because people are moved, and I've been bringing it around town. We've been to North Bergen, to Union City.
Right.
I was at the Hoboken High School. Now we're at the Hoboken Museum as a more cultural event, where they keep all the Frank Sinatra stuff. So I'm honored.
No.
Thank you to the Historical Museum. And then just the whole production team, everybody that was part of it, my exec producer, Mike Sciarra, that still stands by my side every step of the way. It was really for him that this moved along, because as you know in the business, every time you're trying to find someone interested or funds, it's like, everyone talks, and then, and
Well, you're not a talker, boy.
No.
You are a doer, Frank.
Thank you.
Frank, this is such beautiful work that you're doing here.
Thank you.
I commend you for this. It's so beautiful. It's moving me deeply, touching me. I was bullied when I was younger, and I know how much it hurts. And I just find it so wonderful that you're trying to get the message out there for others to see how much
Thank you.
pain that it can cause. And is there anything that we can do, like as a public, to help in any way with your movement? Is there like a campaign that we can...
It is. The movement is about to start, hopefully soon. We are getting together. And first of all, thank you for sharing that. And you're about to get me emotional because I could see that, but it's stuff that hurts when you hold it inside and you talk about it so many years after. I get this reaction everywhere I go. And I'll answer your question. I just want to say an episode that I had with the high school that I did, where I brought up some of the kids if they wanted to share their stories, and some kids ended up sharing stories how close they came to suicide. And at one point, this kid stands up that wanted to share his story, and he was like the cool kid out of school. When he got up, all the girls were like, yelling out, and his story was the saddest. This guy had a terrible situation at home, had a gun literally to his head. Best friend saved him, broke down and cried. This is a kid that when he got up, he had all this swag, and everybody was cheering for him, and he broke down, and I was happy that they talked about it, that they shared it. And I also made him an advocate, saying, hey, if anyone's going through this, can they come to you to get some, advice and support? So, I know what that means to have that inside and later bring it up. As far as helping, just keep spreading the word. I will, this is the first time I'm talking about it.
Oh, great.
Launch a GoFundMe page the night of the event. Why not on that night when I'm already speaking about bullying? To raise the funds to do the feature film. My goal is to put out a film that could go on either a Lifetime channel or an ABC after school kind of special, like they used to have. And it's a fictional story inspired from real events. And all I could say is it has a Sixth Sense twist to it. So, of course, we need a lot of funds. I'm talking to some good writers. We already have a great script. We need to bring it to make it a little bigger, and then set up the whole production and everything else. But yeah, spread the word. If you guys don't mind. I mean, I have my social media, Frank Gigante on Facebook. I have a like page, and that's always posted. Then we have the websites, which are Breaking the Silence Film and the BrokenSilenceMovement.com. Actually, BrokenSilenceMovement.com. The more you guys get the word out, I would appreciate it greatly. And I'm sure someone out there that maybe be going through this, just even listening to a show like this and just hearing that there's support, I'm
That's
always
it, you're
available.
right.
I can try to help. The Clementis are available, and there's so many associations, to help with these things.
It takes something as simple as hearing someone talk about a problem that you have.
Right.
And you hear it and you're like, wait a second, and you kind of forget about the problem and you're trying to listen to the solution now. And you're the solution, Frank. You're helping put it out there,
Yes.
and it's great. We all, are against bullying, of course, but for you to grab that torch and find your passion, and it's just great. It's
Thank
great.
you.
You're welcome.
It's about 3 years.
God's
believe
work.
it or not. Yeah, it is. It really is. You know what? I said that. I wanted to share it, and I say it every time because I have no explanation. Can I take this off? It's getting a little warm.
Oh, yeah.
Do a little.
I was wondering.
Put up
like
the
Frank,
poster
what
up
the heck?
right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That's awesome.
Oh, that's great. Look at Greg.
There you
Look
go.
at that ghost directing.
There we go.
That's
I'm learning
awesome,
a couple
man.
controls up here.
That's awesome. I forgot what I was saying.
That's well. I'm not sure you were saying, but I wanted to bring up all your early work.
Yes.
The stuff that you did. We'll get back to. We'll plug it again at the end of the
Sure.
show. But let's talk about your early work. Let's talk about your first film that you made.
My first film was in Italy called The La Riamara. And
Nice.
basically, before I moved to Italy for the first time, was it, or the second time? Because I lived in Italy a total of 10 years. I lived there 5 years, came back here, said, I miss Italy, go back. And then I said, I miss home, and came back here. I think it was before the second time I found out that there was this TV episode in Puglia, in Bari, and they were going on their third season, and it was a Sopranos type of a show, but all about Bari, Italy. And so I sent an email to the director saying, hey, you guys ever going to come up here? I'm Italian. I can help you set a show up or something. So they thought I was nuts. And the way they describe it is a few months later, I'm at their door, asking for a part. And I literally found out, that they were doing the casting for the film. So here I am with this little picture that someone took that every time someone sees it, they're like, oh, you should go to the Sopranos. You should go to Sopranos. I'm like, I don't know where they are, so I can't go. I don't have an agent. I don't, So I go down to Bari. I stop one of the cast in the street, and I said, hey, I'm the guy that wrote you guys. He's like, oh, what are you doing in Bari? I was like, I'm living here. So I said, listen, I want to meet Mino. And Mino, rest his soul, because we lost him last year, unfortunately, with a battle with cancer. But he says, Mino's only 3 blocks away. So, Chris, I walk over 3 blocks, introduce myself, show him the picture, tell him I'm an actor. And he says, wow, you come out really good in pictures. I'm giving you a role in my film.
Wow.
So I think I'm going to play an
awesome.
extra. And I had 6 speaking scenes. And, that was awesome because it was, again, a Sopranos type. I wear a Jean-Paul Gaultier. No, that's the music video. Sorry. I have a cigar in my mouth, and I'm making deals, and it was a great experience, and that's what triggered everything, really. Because the next week, when I was filming, the DP calls me over and says, hey, Frank, are you pursuing your acting career? Now, I'm thinking I screwed up. The DP calls me. I'm nervous. First time in Italy on the set. Have to speak in Italian, act in Italian. And I walk over to him. I'm like, what'd I do? He's like, are you pursuing your career? And I said, nah, not really. He says, because I know if someone's in or out when I put my eye to the camera. He says, you really work on camera. So the next week, I'm on the train. Literally sneaking into Cinecittà, handing out my picture, and thanks to that, I did a music video with Irene Grandi, a very famous Italian singer, and some other projects, and then, one thing led to another, and slowly, I found a passion for,
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's a fantastic story. So then you found a passion for, like, filmmaking as well.
Well, life sort of pushed me. You know what's funny? When I first started going out with my wife, she was like, why don't you produce? And I was like, nah. She was like, yeah, produce is a nice, one of the higher ranking categories. and because with kids it's hard, auditions and stuff. So I said, nah, I don't want to produce. That's the last thing I'll do. Well, life sort of pushed me into producing, because now that's what I do. I find projects and I try to bring them to networks or, potential film people that can make the film happen. And I'm gonna plug, man. I got this story about this guy. So if anyone's listening and really wants to get involved, this dude started fixing hundreds of horse races only because he owed the wrong people a whole bunch of money. And the guy's got an amazing story for a TV series that could last years. I'm his friend. I have the opportunity to put it out there. So if you're listening,
true story.
Yeah, true story.
Wow.
True story.
Wow.
And amazing.
At the Meadowlands?
No, can't say. It was in the 70s. No, it wasn't in the Meadowlands.
The closest vicinity.
No,
That would have been so good.
No. It was New York.
Come on.
Monticello.
Oh, okay. Oh, Monticello.
No. Yeah, you can't say. It's
That sounds like an interesting story. I'd go see that movie.
Yeah.
No, it's really amazing. And then I have, a few reality non-scripted stuff, good material, in talks with a few people. So I'm hoping, God, besides the bullying, opens some other doors. We could get them in there.
Yeah.
And if I may add, my first short film that I directed, that I tried directing, and Silvana, you'll like this. And, it may sound funny to people, but this is how some things happen, at least to me. I'm walking down the street and I look up in the sky, literally put my hands up and say, hey, God, I want to direct a film.
Wow.
I said, give me an idea. And all I saw was these images flash quick about kids playing in a park. But what we're really surrounded with is wars, violence, alcohol. Park is not just a playful playground. It's hidden, other situations there, and drug deals go down. So I created this first short, and I had the honor of Franco Nero, the actor, the original Django, and all the Rudolph Valentino. This guy made over 150 movies, and you know who he is, right? Yeah. And he played a small part. He contributed to the short film. And I directed my first piece, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Talk about a holy hookup.
Yeah, right?
You got a holy hookup
I got
with
the big guy on my side.
I might put in some requests, and maybe you have
I'll have
a better connection.
I saw some great short films that you did with your sons.
Yes. Oh, the boys.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
They were so well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? I was actually babysitting my nephews, 3 boys, Vito, Vincent, and Antonio. And there's 2 additions. Now there's Marcello and Alessio, believe it or not. He has 5 kids, my brother. So I was babysitting the 3 and my son. And I didn't know, they were like 3 little terrorists. I didn't know what to do with them. So I said, let me pull out my camera. So you guys want to make a short film? And, with the little help of my sister-in-law and the kids. And we shot that with a home camera, with a small camera, send it to festivals, a few small festivals. Yeah. And it was much appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, well, it's cool. What's the name of it?
It's called The Boys.
Is it online?
It's online under Vimeo, I think, if you look up My Way Productions.
Look at our crack director over there going at it already.
It should be on.
What's the name of it again? I'm sorry.
The Boys.
The Boys on the Vimeo. Go to Vimeo.com.
Yeah, and
I don't even want to
Gigante
tell him. He knows what he's doing.
It may be on YouTube. It's somewhere. It's floating around.
Yeah.
It's floating around.
So let me tell a quick story about Miami or Bust. So I hooked up with Frank, and I'm telling him I need locations. I need locations in Hoboken, and he goes, "No, just let me know." So when I got my actors together, and I said, "Frank," I call him up. I said, "Let me call up Frank Gigante," and he goes, "I said I need a basement of a restaurant," and he goes, "Oh, okay, I'll call you right back." I'm like, "All right." Guys, he said he's going to call me right back. I don't know if I thought he'd just know a guy and whatever. Dude, as soon as I finished the sentence, basically, I got a call back from Frank saying, go to this restaurant in Washington, and I don't know what it was. Tell him that you know me. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, just go there. I just called the guy. Yep. I go in there. The guys say, yeah, come on, right away, right past all the people eating. I go right to the basement, and I go, hey, yeah, so I'm here with Scott Pilecki, and we needed somebody for the scene. We never got another actor, so we asked one of the waiters.
I remember that.
He was amazing. He was great. I'm going to try and show that scene. It never made the movie, but it was just such a funny scene. But guys.
Look at this.
Oh, here it is. Look
part
at
of it, right?
That's the boys. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah.
Crank up the audio a little, Bob. Nice.
Going through the streets of Hoboken.
That is
Hoboken.
so cool.
Little girl driving.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it?
There we go.
You don't even notice. Do you mind showing us? Is it all right, Frank?
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, we
I
got.
have to get my nails done, my hair done. Everybody just has to wait. Goodbye.
Oh, how cute! Oh my God, I love her. She's so cute.
We don't get knocked off, right? This is not copyright.
It's all him.
This is the information you wanted. Thank you. You're gonna owe me for this. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Oh my God, how cute.
Italian subtitles. I like that.
The movie star is leaving.
I can learn Italian this way, too.
Look at this.
Oh my God, the costumes are
He
great.
fixed you up pretty good, huh? Don't worry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute. Are those your boys?
He bit his fist.
They're so cute.
Call your cousin in Italy.
Oh my goodness.
I want you guys to get
This is
that
awesome.
Wow.
guy and bring me that money. I'll call him now.
That's my son. Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
That's great, right?
Put it back up. Put it back up, please.
Gonna show the whole thing.
I don't know. Is it almost
Watch the
done?
whole thing. Why not?
Pronto?
Hey Anthony, it's Antonio.
Ehi, ciao Antonio.
Big Ben wants you to fly in.
Ok, tell Big Ben they'll fly over.
I'll pick you up at the airport tomorrow.
Ok, bye.
Bye.
In the trades to get an autograph, I tell people they gotta hate. If you ain't heard yet, I'm an American dream. That's why I gotta keep being Miss America.
Oh, Frank, this is.
Right now, everyone's thinking, what is this about violence, kids? But
Oh, it's. We could stop it if you want.
no.
Okay.
Oh, you guys want to watch it, huh?
Yeah, let's watch it.
It's almost done.
It's really good. This is a
You don't
sambuca.
know why we're here. I'm gonna break his arm off. I'll rip his insides out.
See, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit him so hard with the bat I'm gonna knock his head off.
I'm coming with you guys this time. I wanna make sure we get the money out of him.
They were great.
Gotta do the espresso.
Oh,
The
wow.
sambuca. That's it.
Let's do it.
It's almost over.
Shit, let's go.
In the trades to get an autograph, I tell people they gotta hate. If you ain't heard yet, I'm an American dream. That's why I gotta keep being Miss American Queen. Gotta be upscale from head to feet. I need a hot girl, something like 100 degrees. To the femina, I'm a fantasy. My slip, I'm the man to be. Wow, yo, you don't stand one chance to me. If I say it, then it's done, homeboy, capiche.
Oh my God. How many years ago was this, Frank?
It should be on there, I think, 2000. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. It's funny. You went from a total bully film to a total anti-bully film.
Well, it's not really a bully film.
I know. I'm so sorry.
You'll-
We'll edit that out. in a post.
No.
Where's that?
Look at this. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice sound effect. Oh my God.
Wow.
No candy.
There goes the arm and the
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Ah.
dude.
Get that money out of him.
That is funny.
Oh, my God. Oh, bravísimo.
Put that back. Put that back.
I got the money. What you think it was? You didn't know it was a pinata? Of course it was. With these kids.
Oh, Frank, you're the best, dude.
That is
What a great
so
twist.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh,
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Great acting.
Bravissimo, bravissimo.
You know what? I didn't know nothing about editing. I had this home camera. You know,
Uh-huh.
this is how you learn, by doing projects and
Yeah.
all this stuff. But this was so much fun to make because, you know, just my nephews are great kids and,
Oh
and
my
they all
God.
were, everyone
They're
that was in there.
so gorgeous.
But what was really cool about it was that we showed it at the Bergenfield Film Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And Anne-Marie Cesar, the director at the time, she put it in all 5 theaters that during the film festival. So in each room, this film was playing at different times. So I was
Wow.
honored, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
I loved it so
Wow.
much. So, you know, you don't think a film that you make with a little home camera. So, you know, I put it up
Oh, but they
online
were
and
so
showed. Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
They were
Thank
so
you.
adorable, so cute, and so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. They
Sassy
were-
Italian boys.
Yeah, they weren't, they were very relaxed.
Yeah.
They were into it.
They
Yeah.
keep asking me, when are we going to do part 2 now that we were grown up? Because
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
they're all-
smart, though. Oh, my God. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it.
The only thing is they say this time don't let it be a pinata.
So how old are they now?
Oh, well, you ask
The
me this
oldest one. I'm so
question.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm really bad with ages, you know.
Uh-huh.
No, but I think my oldest is about 17,
Uh-huh.
15, and 16, because the first 3 are, and then the baby and a 1.5-year-old.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, and your
They'll
son,
hear it tomorrow.
his son was in your show also, Dina's Divorce Dinner.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yes,
That's right.
he was in that.
Yeah, he's done some
He's
things.
so
you know, I try to-
handsome.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank you.
eyes that he
Yeah,
has. So handsome.
He's, you know, I've tried to pull him in when I can, you know. He's
And
constantly-
talented. He's very talented also.
Thank you. He's in the bullying film, you know, for a little
Uh-huh.
small piece. And he's like, when are you doing something else? I'm like, well, right now, you know, I'm just trying to pitch and sell, you know. My
Yeah.
own projects, like I said, if we do Broken to Silence, actually, we do have a project in the works for July if it goes through.
Mhm.
And can I plug it? Can I-
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a short film that we're going to make to eventually make a feature out of it. So that's why we're going to use the short to make to raise the funds for the feature, make it an indie film. But this is another true story about a priest that is actually in hiding right now because he saved a kid off the streets somewhere, and I can't say any locations. And the kid was supposed to commit a few homicides for these people, and he was looking for a way out, and he went to say goodbye to this priest, and the priest saved him, hit him, got rid of him, and kid made a mistake. He called up one of his friends to say, hey, I'm safe, don't worry about it, so-and-so helped me. And then they started going after the priest, so, you know, the church people had to move him, let's put it that way.
Right.
And it was all in a good cause, you know, in good faith to help a kid that didn't want to be in the streets, didn't want the thug life, didn't want to. So we're going to shoot a short. You know, I twisted everything around. I made it a very local story.
You can shoot it in Hoboken?
Well, we're gonna shoot this between Union City. One of the producers on this project is Lucio Fernandez. He's a friend of mine and a commissioner of Union City.
Mhm.
And there's also another person that is probably going to help produce this. So let's see. Hopefully, if everything goes good, you know, it's a short, 28 minutes, and then we'll use that to try to raise funds to make the film.
Right.
But again, another true story. You know, not like the horse racing one. That's a real good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
So, Greg, I have a clip from Miami a Bus that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you and Carmine and the great Tony Patelis.
Oh, wow.
We had to be very Italian in that one.
I remember that night. That was such a great scene.
Oh my God, what a night that was, boy! It
You
seemed
did some job with that. Really, the time, the passion, the hard work you guys all put into that.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And
Here
you
it
won,
is.
You won Best Feature.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, I
parking
love this.
spot, the delivery entrance. But it's at night. Who delivers at night, Vito? That's the point. What about a case of emergencies? Emergencies?
Talking about
Vito, how
park-
many emergency deliveries do you get at that time of the night, huh? Come on, you know there's no friggin' parking in Hoboken. Take a break. That's enough. Mario, you've known each other your whole lives. Do you ever think of asking Vito if he could
favorite.
use his parking spot? No. Vito, do you mind if I park in your parking space? Sure. For $250 a month. Not just kidding.
Look at this improv. Watch Frank.
Well, yo, bring a beer.
Love it. One of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
Go to AC.
There's a great Mark Nasser and Patrick Michael Buckley.
Hey, man.
That was a fun night.
We had so much fun. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to see it after a while. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't have the beard back then, you know.
Right. And then there was a couple other scenes where we did the limo. We got that.
Yeah, we got the limo.
Oh
That's
my
what I
God,
was
that
talking
night that
about.
was crazy.
And there's so many great people at this Monte Giacomo. Am I
Monte
saying
San Giacomo.
Monte
Yeah.
San Giacomo? Oh.
They're friends. They allow us to shoot. You know, really nice people.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
so many nice people. So many nice people.
Yeah, Carmine was awesome. But I remember that night we were there so late that you could see the looks on a couple of the people's faces.
Oh yeah, they constantly want
Oh my
to
God.
throw us all out.
It was just great. It was so appreciated that we got to use that venue. Plus
yeah,
the other
it was
one,
great.
St. Anne's Church. You got us to use that one. We needed a gun. I got a gun for you. I got you. I got your fake plastic gun. So we got that too.
It was a lot of fun. You know, when we shot my Mama's Trilogy project.
Yeah.
In the San Giacomo Club, we shot till 4:30 in the morning, and we rearranged that whole place to make it look like a nightclub.
Wow.
We pulled the pictures off the walls completely, and at 4:30 in the morning, everyone left, and it was just me and Carmine having to put everything back. It took us about 3 hours.
Oh,
We saw
my God.
daybreak. The guys were coming in the morning to drink coffee. They were like, "You guys are still here?"
Oh my God. That's,
Yeah.
The social club.
Oh, we
right?
love it. you
Yeah.
know?
Social club,
Yeah,
right?
it's a social club.
Yeah.
But we love it, you know, when it's passion, when
Yeah.
this stuff is passion.
yeah.
You know, we don't look at time or.
What do you think about the new Hoboken?
Yeah, you know what? I like it. I mean, as far as when I was living in Italy and I'd fly up, I start seeing little changes from time to time. And the tables outside.
Oh, look at-
There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's that? Can you tell where is that? Greg. Is that Greece?
I thought it was body. I don't know. It's Google. Might have mislabeled it.
Now, if you type in Mola di Bari, M-O-L-A.
It's a whole
MOLA.
M-O-L-A
There's a whole whole controversy about the about the Google mistaking wrong locations. There was a whole area in Norway or Sweden where it was sending the tourists like 15 miles across, and it's one of like a 2-mile cliff off like nowhere.
Right.
And everybody's like across. It's like, we're on the wrong spot here.
That's funny.
Google, straighten up your act.
That's it.
So the new Hoboken.
Yeah, the new Hoboken, you know what? Look, they did a lot of nice things, fixed up the parks. You know, I have kids, so I like it. We still have a parking problem.
Switch, Greggy.
We still have a parking problem down there.
Yeah, yeah.
As we said in the movie, it's tight as much as everyone tries to make it better and try to fix it. You know, parking's tough.
Yeah.
Parking's tough. But you know what? It's new. There's a lot of new people. They're bringing a lot of good things to Hoboken. So many things that we didn't have before. You know, I like the new Hoboken.
Yeah.
You know, I like the changes, and you know, we have to change with the times, man.
Exactly.
You're right.
I like that.
You're right. We lived through a
Stay
great
relevant.
time.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the down
yeah.
and dirty times of
Yeah,
New York
yeah,
City and
yeah.
Hoboken and just the New York City area. You know, and going to the clubs and
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
all of that. I don't think,
No, they you know what? I remember double parked cars the whole block.
Oh, Frank's told me some stories, man. I can't tell them on the air, but oh my god,
Yep.
yeah, parking lot stories.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Get me in trouble.
Don't we have the whole Washington Street revival supposed to be happening soon?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, there's so much going on that I can't even keep up with it. There's a lot of good things. Like I said, I'm always running around with my projects too, and every once in a while, I'm like now Trader Joe's, I'm plugging them, but Trader Joe's just opened up, and I'm like, Trader Joe's? When did this get here?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean it's been in the papers for a while? Well, I
Where
just
is
saw
it?
It's on the corner of 14th and
No,
Willow. Yeah,
come
right down the
on.
viaduct.
Oh my god, right by the Malibu.
Across from the Malibu.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to
Great
start
thing.
eating healthy, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh my god, went to the
There's a lot of
doctor.
nice shops in Hoboken
Yeah.
that can feed you healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there really is. Hoboken is really nice. Like I
Right.
said, summertime, it really makes me feel like when I was in Italy, because you
Yeah.
could walk by the water. It's nice people.
What's the deal with
You know.
friggin' St. Patrick's Day down there? Why is it so disgusting?
You know,
Is that the bad? I'm sorry, Silvana doesn't like negativity.
no.
But I hear
it's not
such
negative.
horror
It's
stories
positive.
about it. Why?
You know what? I think it was this censored on set. What were we?
Well, you
No,
know.
I think there was a story about some couple in a window during the parade, and there
Yeah.
were kids going on there. And ever since, they really try to take it away because you don't want drunk people fighting, and
Right.
it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And if it turns into something sloppy and people get hurt, who wants that? So
Right. Nah.
Chris, I got to go back to Hoboken.
All right, so let's talk about Thursday one more time.
Wait, you don't want to end up in the Hudson River.
No.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of guys wound up in Hudson River. What, a month ago or something? They found
Really?
two guys. Yeah, yeah, up
It's an
in West
ongoing-
York.
I think it's ongoing.
It's
though. It's
unbelievable.
ongoing. Keeps happening.
Yeah.
It keeps happening.
They-
Nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the.
July.
Yeah, anti-bullying.
We'll talk about breaking the silence.
Yes.
This Thursday.
Breaking the silence this Thursday.
Who's going to be there?
Everyone.
I heard Stick
Chris
Romano is
DePiero.
going to be down
Yes, we can't forget the freeholder.
Yes.
Hudson County freeholder, Anthony Stick Romano. I don't know. Do we call him that on the radio?
I don't know. Every time I see his name as somebody, they say, "Oh, Stick,
That's his
Stick,
nickname.
Stick." He
Yeah,
has
they
a
call
lot
him
of
Stick.
friends,
So,
boy.
yeah, he
he
does.
has a lot of friends.
He's a really nice personality, and I wanted to choose someone that represented the area without getting into, anyone local because, elections are coming, so you don't want to, pick the wrong person to come host. So I figured a freeholder that represents our area would be a safe bet. So, he's going to stop by and be the host for the evening.
Oh, the host.
Yes,
Oh,
he's the
Frank,
host.
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
That's
going to be
great.
the host. And, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And while I'm here, I might as well plug my sponsors, if I
Sure,
may,
man.
right?
Go ahead. Take your time.
I have my 3 official sponsors, which are Interior Motif, Hudson Place Realty, and who's my third? BCB Community Bank. And then I have some smaller sponsors that will be on the postcards that we give out. And, I have to look at my, to remember all of them. The 3 I remember because I just did the step and repeat.
Uh-huh.
But, I have some of the smaller ones like Prado Bakery, the deli that's on Hudson Street. Sorry, I just can't remember their name. And who else is on there? These smaller songs. Oh, Omega Security, my friend Rick Ayala. Rick.
Uh-huh.
Hello,
Guys,
Rick.
check out all of
Yeah,
these
Rick.
businesses, please. They support independent films. They just support the arts. And, lost a lot of funding to the arts recently,
Yeah.
government funding. But all of these businesses, just putting the word out about small independent projects. This fantastic project right here, Breaking the Silence by Frank Gigante, and just the message that it's putting across is awesome. It's going to be screened, again, Thursday, May 11th at
7:30 p.m.
7:30.
The event starts
PM.
at 7:30, right?
Okay.
And we have, again, the violinist. We have Carlos Bakery. I have to thank Mauro from Carlos Bakery because
Really, Mauro?
yeah,
That's
Mauro,
great.
gentleman. He's probably going to stop by. I'm hoping he is, so he can do the cut of the cake, the official cut.
Oh,
of the
no
cake.
way. That's great.
Yes.
Oh, do you have
And,
somebody videotaping the event?
You know what? I do have my team, which is Enzo Cartagena and Melissa Lee. Enzo's going to do the video on the red carpet, step and repeat. Melissa will do the pictures. I have Judy San Roman, who is going to be the hostess of the red carpet. So get your interview and your pictures in when you get there. And Enzo most likely will also film when he's not, filming the red carpet interviews. He's also going to film. But, if you have any volunteers here, I see Greg over there. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I'll come down. I'll bring my camera down.
Oh, you're welcome
Just
to,
take some stuff and see what happens. You can, work it into another show or something like
You're
that.
a friend for a long time, so
Yeah.
Carte blanche, man.
Well, Frank, you helped me out so much with my career and getting that movie done, and I can't thank you enough
It's
because
from
really,
my heart, really.
seriously, it would have never gotten done without you.
Thank you.
You know?
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
and I really appreciate that. Savannah, anything you want to say before
Yes,
we end?
I just.
We haven't heard from Sylvan at all. I'm doing all
I
the
try and
talking.
keep her.
I just, I'm so happy that you're
That's
here
enough, Savannah.
tonight.
Thank you.
And-
Yeah, thank you very much.
He tries to muzzle me all the time. I think your body of work is wonderful. I think that you're living, talk about someone who's living on purpose. And, you have this beautiful message and you're helping people and putting out art in a positive way. And I'm really emotional. This is a very emotional night. It's a
Thank
really
you.
beautiful, beautiful movement. All your work is really beautiful. All your messages are. You're an
Thank you.
intelligent, Class A guy.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the success in the world. And for anybody that's being bullied out there, you know what? Sometimes people are mean to you because of your light that's inside, that God-given light, and you shine. You shine God's radiance and God's light, and those bullies can't stand it, so they'll try to put your fire out.
Yeah.
So
Well said,
I'm just
Savannah.
sending you all love, so much love, and know that you have a whole community that supports you and cares for you. And I'm so on the movement, Broken Silence
Thank you.
movement. I'm
Thank
aboard.
you.
Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure. And if we can help save one life, even just one with one of these projects, make a difference, open someone's eyes, for me, that'll be the biggest satisfaction.
I'm sure that's going to happen, Frank, and it's going to be more than one person.
Thank you, Chris.
Right.
Yeah, no problem.
If I may just add one last
Yes.
thing, because I know we got to go. Yeah,
No,
throw me out of
take your
this
time.
thing.
Take your time.
I'm joking.
We rent this place. We could go forever. We're on Facebook
no,
Live.
no.
Be here all night.
we're live,
We
we're
can
live.
leave, and there'll people be coming in the
Ciao,
morning.
everybody. That's
Say hello to Italy.
Ciao, Italia.
Italia, bella.
You know what? I have a friend that's waking up at 3 in the morning, and I told him to watch this. His name is Sabino, and we call him Bananucci. So if you're watching,
Buonasera, Sabino,
Buonasera.
e tutta la bellissima Italia. Ciao.
but,
Do you have any friends named like Kevin Callahan or anything like that?
at work, I do. Yeah. At my job at the county, I do. Yeah. I scoop 2 Kevins.
Guys, this Thursday night, 7 o'clock, May 11th, Breaking the Silence, being screened at the Hoboken International Museum.
No, Hoboken Historical Museum. I know, I do that too.
It's unbelievable.
Hoboken Historical Museum. Thank you to Robert Forster and his whole staff at the whole team at the Hoboken Museum. They embraced us, and everybody that's making this happen. Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me personally because I'm bringing it to Hoboken, which is home, and I want to make it special.
Awesome, Frank.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait to be there. And as always, be a little kinder, be a little more loving, be a little bit more compassionate and understanding, because everyone is fighting a battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching live from Fort Lee Studios.
Sending love and light to
I'm Christopher
everyone.
Otis, the beautiful Sylvana Maustralia, and we're with the fantastic director, Frank Gigante of Breaking the Silence. Catch his movie this Thursday at 7 o'clock down at the Hoboken Historical Museum.
Yes.
Greg Deckos, thank you so much for working the board. You're fantastic, dude.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Silvana.
You are. And we'll
Thank
see you again.
you.
Please come back,
Thank
Frank.
you.
Definitely.
We're looking
Frank-
forward to
That's right.
tonight.
See you
What a-
Thursday.
Look at this guy with the Yeah. It stopped.
Did it? Finish?